Preview.
Hello YouTube, and welcome to week 2 of my Asus Transformer Weekly Update. First off, I would like to say thank you so much for last week. I got overwhelmingly positive feedback from it. I believe within like 2 hours of me posting it, I had about 20 views and 10 likes on it. And now I have close to 500 views. So thank you very much. I will be continuing this trend every Saturday for don't know how long. Probably until I have to start working in the winter. But anyway, I'm going to get started. First off, I would like to mention something just about the Asus Transformer charging. I've read on a few forums of people complaining because you can't charge it in cars and it's 15 volts and it's unusual. But actually what it does is it allows it to charge the battery quicker. So this only takes a little bit less than 3 hours for a complete full charge from zero. Where the iPad, you can't really track it on it because there's no software or apps to do that, but it takes closer to about 4. So you do charge an hour quicker and it lasts the same amount of time. So that's why they chose to do the 15 volt charging. Alright, now I'm going to do some of the new apps. First one's called Color Note. You can make either a normal text or a checklist. So say you make a checklist, you can add something, whatever. Alright, and then you're done with it, so you can go back, and then you can just check them off. And when all 3 are checked off, it checks off the name of the title. So that's pretty handy. Next one, Dice Player. If you want to play MKV, oh, it expired. It's only a 3-day trial. The full version is $5. But if you want to play MKV, that is pretty good. Google Skymap. This one I can't really show you because, well, I can't move my tablet around, but it just shows you where all the stars around you are. I think I might have covered this in another thing, but it was a long time ago, and I really like this. It comes in a lot of handy. One thing to point out, it doesn't work in this case because the magnets in it actually screw up the magnetic field and screws up the internal compass. And then the last one is Google Finance. And this, you can just add stocks to your can't talk today. You can add stocks to your portfolio, and then from there, you can add a little stock icon to your home screen. And let's see if I can find that. Here it is. So you can just add it there, and it'll ask you what you want to add, something from your portfolio. So I could just add that, Microsoft. And it's just a nice, clean little looking icon. There's a bunch more Google apps you can get. I just didn't really go through many. Alright, now, before I get into like the new, I don't know what you'd call them. Well, here, I have a new home screen layout and a new browser, which are pretty major. But first, I'm just going to show you a multi-touch test. As you can see, I've done it before. I'm not going to bother rotating it. But basically, it just tracks how many fingers you can put on it. Asus claims you can put 10 on, and sure enough, you can put 10. And they are all tracked very well. And if you notice, sometimes it comes off, that's because I'm lifting onto my fingernail. That's not its problem. But, yep, so it is Asus's claim. The claim is valid. I'm having issues today. Wi-Fi Analyzer, this doesn't really tell you much, except you can use this little meter. You could change the update to about every second, which still ends up being about every 2 seconds. So you could just walk around and find where your Wi-Fi is the strongest. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the new things. This was recommended by somebody. I personally don't like it, but I figured I'd show you anyway. It's called ADW Launcher X, or something like that. What it is it's a new home screen layout. So as you can see, going between pages is like perfectly smooth. It's probably better than an iPad, I'd have to say, even with all these widgets and stuff on it. The reason I don't like it is because it looks like it's kind of made for a phone. Because it probably is, although this one does have a picture of a tablet using it when you go to the market. So this was, let's check my notes, I didn't write it. I think this is about $5. Anyway, this is all the apps. I don't really like how it scrolls in between them. It's like, it's a little too snappy. I like it to be a little smoother. but you can drag whichever apps you want to this hotbar and replace whatever's there. What I don't like though is whenever you add something to it, it's like it's easy to add it, except then you have to open up the bar again. So it's not atrocious. I just don't like the layout very much. But you hold down your finger, you can add anything. Same if you hit the plus button. You change the wallpaper. But another main thing I don't like about it is how when you add a widget, it just has the name of it. It doesn't actually show what it looks like. Whereas in the normal home screen, first of all, I like this whole setup a lot better. But it shows you exactly what the widgets look like when they're going to be on there. And anyway, when you install that for the first time, you go into it, or if you go anywhere and you hit home, it's going to give you an option if you want to use ADW Launcher or if you want to use the standard home screen. So that is how you would set that as your sort of new home screen. I won't be doing that though because I just don't like it, as I said. Next one is called Dolphin for Pad. It is a new internet browser. It's version 1.0 for tablets, so it is a little buggy. But I honestly don't like this either. I like the stock browser. But yeah, this page has a lot of flash and stuff. It does have a lot more settings that you can use. So once you start it up for the first time, it's going to give you a whole bunch of options that you can choose from. You can change those anytime from here, of course. But I don't like it because when you scroll, the scrolling doesn't seem as smooth as in the default browser. And there's obviously no slider. Pinch to zoom it's very bad when there's a lot of flash. Like as you can see, this is it's terrible. It's getting a little better. But if I were to say go to the default browser, go to the same page, just wait for it to load quickly. Any day now. Anyway, even when it's... Oops. Still loading. Okay. Well, actually... Well, I never realized how bad this was. Oh, there. Yeah, see, so it's not... It's not perfect when you're over a bunch of flash, either. Never actually realized that. But I've never actually tried zooming in on a flash thing. Anyway, back to this. I did notice that it didn't really, like, I don't know how you say the word, cache. Never really knew that word. But it doesn't, like, save the web pages when you exit out like this, so it has to reload it. Whereas in the browser, I don't think I closed it. Yeah, I didn't. It'll save the page and leave it up. I mean, I guess that's good if you want to save memory or whatever. Oh, that time it saved it. Oh. I don't know, but I just don't like the layout, because here you can do a bunch of stuff. You can close the tab. When you close the tab, it just reopens your own home page. And then this hides your, whatchamacallit, address bar and stuff, and brings it back. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty cool, actually. Oh, that does it too. Yeah, so as you can see, I haven't really used this much. But I'm sure if you used it a lot and got used to all the controls, it's probably a little better than the default, but I'm not going to bother with it. So that's all for this week. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you like my stuff, and thanks again. Bye.